And that's why I think it's a good time to learn some grammar. What? Now did I stammer? Work on that grammar. You should know it. It's less or it's fewer. Oh, yeah. Like people who were never raised in a sewer. I hate these word crimes. Like I could care less. That means you do care. At least a little. Be a moron. Hey, you better slow down.
Hello Playmates! Good evening to students of sections X1, X2, and H. This is the first of a three-part video on combining sentences. That is, adding variety to your writing. So to prepare you for this task, you may take these online quizzes. Yeah, it will not be recorded and you do not need to submit your scores. But taking the exams or the quizzes will help you prepare because these will serve as refresher on the use of conjunctions. Okay, so just be back after you finish the quiz. Okay, so why exactly do we need to study sentence combination? First, to avoid monotony. Monotony that arises from, of course, when you use similar repeated sentence structures all throughout your writing. We cannot write simple sentences all the time, right? That will be too predictable and unexciting. We form more complex ideas and therefore we use sentence combination strategies. Another reason to not bore your audience, because when you combine, you add variety to your writing. And the relationships of the ideas in your sentences, they become very easy to understand. Finally, as a writer, of course, you wish to employ the music of language because language is also an art. In fact, it's music. By that, we mean we want to make your writing melodious, harmonious, balanced, strong, powerful, emphatic, just like how the expert writers do it. So through sentence combination, we are able to use our tactical sense in developing different rhetorical sentence patterns. That way, our meaning is conveyed the best way possible. So if you're convinced, I want to ask you to compare two sets of sentences. So how do these sound? Example, the sun came down, the stores closed, the kids went home. And then another one, the question confused me, it did not trick me. If you compare these two batch of sentences to the combined one, when the sun came down, the stores closed, and all the kids went home. And the second one, the question confused me, but it did not trick me. Did you notice the difference, how the second versions were able to highlight the relationships between the ideas, and so they become like a part of a story. When it's part of a story, it becomes easy to understand. There's a smooth flow from one idea to the next, therefore the ideas do not sound choppy. Okay, so that's it. The question now is the how. Okay, how exactly do we combine? So in combining sentences, there are three ways to do it. In this first video on coordination, in the second video subordination, and finally third video on compression. So coordination. Yeah, I'll give you 30 seconds to spot the coordinators in this particular sentence. Okay. Music is at once the product of feeling and knowledge, for it requires from its disciples, composers, and performers alike not only talent and enthusiasm, but also that knowledge and perception which are the result of protracted study and reflection. So if you identify the following, con- um, conjunctions very good. So you have and, for, not only but also, and try to figure out the functions of all these coordinating conjunctions. Because if you imagine, what will the sentences be like if we did not combine? You have first sentence, second sentence, third, and fourth. Where in fact you can combine everything into a single sentence. There. Where the relationships are highlighted and the flow of ideas is quite smooth because of the coordinating conjunctions. Coordination, by coordination, it simply means we use conjunctions. You may also use conjunctive adverbs. Okay, you may refer to the tables I posted in our WordPress site. Or you may also use punctuation to combine short independent clauses into a single sentence. The punctuation mark I'm talking about is of course the semicolon. You can use semicolon to combine two independent clauses. And we use coordination if we think that the two sentences or the clauses that we want to combine are equal in importance. So there is an implication that the elements are balanced and they have equal semantic values in the sentence. We have 7 coordinating conjunctions, and these are the fanboys. For and. Fanboys stand for and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So in order to use this properly, you have to focus on the relationship. Okay? What is the relationship between the clauses you wish to combine? Is it reason, resultative, cause and effect? Or are you just simply giving additional information? Is the second clause negating the first one? Or the two clauses contrasting? Are you providing an option, contrary outcome, or result? Okay? So, if you've decided on the relationship, you can now combine. Because without the coordinators, okay, what happens is the reader is left guessing as to what the relationship is between the two related sentences in a paragraph. Okay, so I'll be giving you several sentences and try to supply the coordinator. So first sentence, fans love to watch Lisa. She dances beautifully. So first thought, okay, that you should think of is how are the two clauses related? Fans love to watch Lisa. She dances beautifully. So there is an implication there that it's a cause and effect. So reason for loving, why the fans love to watch the dancer is because she dances beautifully. And therefore, among the fanboys, you can use which one? Reason for. Okay? For. Fans love to watch Lisa for she dances beautifully. How about this one? She's a graceful dancer. People enjoy watching her. Maybe we can use and. She is a graceful dancer and people enjoy watching her. So you cannot use a subordinating clause here because the writer's intention is to highlight the two clauses as equally important clauses. Because you might as well say, since she is a graceful dancer, people enjoy watching her. If you use since, then you subordinated the first idea, okay? You relegated it to a less important clause. Therefore, you're trying to highlight the second one, the second idea as the main idea. So what you did there is a subordination. But if you want to highlight the two clauses as equally important clauses, we use and, maybe and, okay? We just use the fanboys in coordination. This one, she hasn't taken dance lessons. She doesn't need to. Okay, so a good coordinating conjunction here would be nor, which also means not or, alternative, not an alternative. So you can say she hasn't taken dance lessons, nor does she need to. Okay, her technique is unconventional, but the effect is striking. Okay, contrasting ideas. She can fill an audience with joy. Blank, she can bring people to tears. So you have joy, tears, option, alternative. So we can use or. Other dancers try to imitate her style, yet they have not succeeded. Okay, so yet is used for to indicate concession. When we say concession, from the word concede, okay, you admit that something does not logically fit with the previous statement. So you give away a point, okay, so they're not directly opposite. You are just admitting that the other clause does not fit with the previous clause. Okay, so you say other dancers try to imitate her style, yet they have not succeeded. And finally here, she is talented. So, as a result, okay, another way of saying as a result, she will attract fans for many years to come. Okay, so in those sentences, we were able to use the fanboys. Let us compare. Without coordinators, you have very short, simple sentences, and the meaning is not clear. Like, fans love to watch Anna. She dances beautifully. She is a graceful dancer. People enjoy watching her. She hasn't taken dance lessons. She doesn't need to. Her technique is unconventional. The effect is striking. See, if you keep on using sentences without combining similar ideas, then you'll end up with something like this, which is totally boring and monotonous. But with coordinators, you have this very cohesive paragraph. So, read it and see the difference. Okay, having reviewed the fanboys, okay, let's give 3 more examples. How can we combine the 2 sentences here? She couldn't think of anything better to do. She decided to babysit for me. Okay, think of the relationship, cause and effect, contrast, concession, or what? The scientists trained him well. They helped him find a job and his training was true. Is it additional information? Is it opposing ideas? Okay, my cat was hungry. It had not eaten since breakfast. So let's have 2 ways of coordinating the clauses. In the first column, you see here the use of the fanboys, the appropriate conjunction, and in the second column, you will see here that you may also use a semicolon to combine the 2 clauses. Okay, and the effects are different. So it depends on what you want to highlight. Like in the first one, she couldn't think of anything better to do, so she decided to babysit for me. Okay, the question now is it required or are we supposed to put comma before the fanboys? Before the use of the fanboys? Okay, the answer is if the sentence or the clauses are quite long, it's advisable to put comma. Okay? If not, like if it's a very short sentence like the third one, my cat was hungry for it had not eaten since breakfast, you may do away with a comma. Okay. Now, okay, using the fanboys, that's quite easy. But you may also coordinate by compounding sentence elements. When we say compounding, when you say compound subject or compound predicate, it's a combination of 2 subjects or combination of 2 predicates, okay? You combine similar elements. So within a sentence, that's a way of connecting ideas by compounding, for example, subjects, verbs, objects, or even whole predicates or modifiers. Let's have a few examples. Example, he studied the biological and natural sciences. He learned how to categorize and draw animals accurately. So think about what's common between the two clauses. So you have same subject he, therefore you can compound the subject and then just include the two predicates. For example, he, you have a same subject, so you have one simple subject he, and then compound the predicate. Okay, so he studied the biological and natural sciences, and instead of repeating he again, you can say learned how to categorize and draw animals accurately. You may also compound like this one, which is which are similar in the two clauses. So you have interns from private schools, interns from public schools. So you can compound that by saying the medical university recruited some of their interns from both private and public schools. So with the use of the conjunction, coordinating conjunction, and you were able to combine and make the two clauses even shorter. Another one, President Aquino believed that the way to progress taking the tuwid na daan. He also believed that meant he could count on every Filipino to support him. So what can we compound? So you have a same subject, President Aquino, he, pertaining to the same person, believed, same. So maybe you can do away with that verb and go directly to the second verb. So you can say, President Aquino believed that the way to progress is taking the tuwid na daan and that he could count on every Filipino to support him. Again, using the coordinating conjunction and. Okay. So, wait for the next video on subordination. We will now, in the next video, we'll learn how to combine sentences with more complex relationships. Okay, bye.